Our next comedian is from San Francisco. He has a master's degree in electrical engineering from Stanford University, of which his mom is very proud. He's making his television debut here tonight, so please welcome Don McMillan.
I'm a tall man, 6'5". One thing I hate about being tall, I have to shop in those tall and goony shops, you know? Big and geeky, huge and freaky, you know those shops? Big butt, no neck, one arm longer than the other stores. Here's $1, just give me some clothes, I gotta get out of here. My problem is my sleeves, I have long arms. I walk in, do you have size 16 and a half, 97? Try the orangutan session, Mr. McMillan. The Young Simians collection, I think that's for you. Watch your knuckles on the carpet. Ow, 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 ow.
Hey there, and welcome to a very special Independence Day edition of Comedy in Place, the comedy show that comes to you from my office in my home here in Southern California. I am your host, Don McMillan. Happy 4th of July. I hope you're having a good one out there. I hope you enjoyed that opening clip, and you're saying to yourself, what does this have to do with Independence Day? That was a clip, since it is also, I'm kind of looking back on my life to when I found independence. That was a clip from the very first television appearance I ever made on a show called Evening at the Improv. If you don't remember, it ran for years and years on A&E. Every comic did it. I think I did 4 of them. At one point, it was so cliche to do a Evening at the Improv. It was no longer a credit on your resume. It was actually a debit. That's how easy it was to get on Evening at the Improv. But I got on. That was the host, Robert Urich, if you don't remember him. He was one of my favorite actors, Spencer for Hire, a lot of great TV stuff. So when I look back on that, it brings back a lot of great memories. But I wanted to talk about Independence Day. And that was my independence. I became a comedian. I had, in fact, until then, been an engineer. And, well, let's think about it. When I think of independence, 2 things come to mind. The first one, I'm going to move over here, is right here. Boom. That was me graduating from high school. Those are my parents. Harry and Jane McMillan, Cherry Hill High School East. See, my hair was quite out of control there. Our colors were red and gold. Not good colors for me, actually, not good colors. But that's when I went off to college. I was never the same after that. As a high school kid, I was very different than I am now. Trust me, way different. So that was my first little bit of independence. And then the second one was here. Boom! That's it. That's the San Francisco Examiner front page from September 2nd, 1991. The day after, on the day before, on Sunday, September 1st, I actually won the San Francisco Comedy Competition. I came in first, having quit my day job, getting my independence from VLSI Technology, where I'd worked until then, and my life in engineering, and I gave it all up, became a comedian. That was really kind of the culmination of my independence right there. September 2nd, 1991. I made the cover. Ex-computer engineer wins San Francisco Comedy Competition. I think they were more impressed in San Francisco by that anybody would quit being a computer engineer, because at the time that was the hot job. Why would you do that to become a comedian? What are you, crazy? And apparently I was. But that was the second day. Now, I was thinking about this more. Why is Independence Day? Why is there no Dependence Day? Because I celebrate my dependence too. I do. And there were 2 great dependents. Since we're talking about independence, I thought I'd talk about dependence. So I want to celebrate Dependence Day one time. I have 2 great Dependence Days. The first one is right here. Boom. Oh, that was the day I married my lovely wife, Laura. Yeah, April 5th. I'm not going to give the year, but it was 1996. I gave it the year. It'll be 25 years this year. That is us right there on our wedding day. And that's when we became dependent on each other. I looked at it as a positive dependence, which leads us to my second Dependence Day, which is right here. Boom. That's my boy Garrett. Several years later, actually in 2003, on June 13th, that's when Garrett was born right there. A little bitty guy. He's a lot bigger than that, let me tell you. But he's my dependent, and he's my dependence, and I'm celebrating that dependence, because independence is important, but so is dependence. And that boy right there, by the way, now eats us out of house and home. He is truly a dependent. That deduction is not worth what they give me for that dependence deduction. So there you go. So happy Independence Day. Celebrate independence, but also celebrate dependence, because they are important too, okay? Until then, I have another clip coming up from Evening at the Improv from way back when I became an independent comedian and no longer a dependent engineer. Here from Evening at the Improv is another clip. Have a great 4th of July. Here is your clip.
Oh, so I'm from San Francisco. I drove down I-5. Those who don't know, it's probably the most unexciting road in the entire world. Oh, isn't it incredibly boring? It really is. I actually fell asleep at the wheel for an hour. I did not hit a thing. There's nothing to hit. I woke up, flipped on the cruise control, and climbed in the back. Hey! And they post a speed limit. Is that a joke or what? 65. People take that number, subtract it from 1,000. That's how fast they go. Maybe people slow down to 65 to pee out the window. Maybe. Honey, the windshield, honey. Oh! Thank God for this sunroof. Oh, that's a lot better. People go so fast on that road, too. One guy passed me going so fast, he looked younger. Using my electrical engineering degree right there. The physics majors are dying right now. And I actually do my short form on my taxes to avoid math. You ever do the short form? Isn't it great? It makes you feel like a genius, doesn't it? It's written for idiots. The boxes are this big. They're huge. You can do them in crayon. There's actually a trough at the bottom for drool. And the instructions are written by Dr. Seuss. Check the box, you stupid locks. Sign your name. My God, you're lame. Oops. Oh. So I'm getting older. You gonna be all right, man? My God. Something just come shooting out your nose? Is that what just happened? That's really a nice compliment for a comic. You shoot something out your nose. I'm like, yeah, score one for me. Thank you very much. One time at the breakfast table, my sister shot a Cheerio out her nose. She did. I knew I was made comic just about then. It was a magic moment.